I've been documenting the process of simplifying and decluttering my life for about 7 months now, taking you along for the journey. And one of the comments to my 40 Days of Minimalism video read, "Stop denying yourself. You deserve everything. Get everything back ASAP." I keep thinking about that comment because it couldn't be further from the truth. Simplifying and decluttering has not been depriving myself from things. It's actually enriched my life in so many ways. Besides, I could probably stand to simplify a little bit more, maybe donate a few other things. But for the stage of minimalism that I am now, like 7 months in, I feel like I did a good enough job. A lot of people out there think that simplifying your life and getting rid of possessions means that you are depriving yourself from the luxuries of life. And I actually think that it is quite the opposite. By applying minimalist habits into my life, I've actually opened up myself to a lot more possibilities. Now, I've not always been this way. This is just the past 6, maybe 7 months or so that I've been going after a simpler and slower life. And before that, I was kind of like the self-proclaimed maximalist, right? Like I really did buy a lot of things. I loved me buying some stuff just because I could and I had the money for it. Doing that actually did not make me necessarily very happy. And honestly, we're all adults here, right? And you have the right to change your mind. So I did. I changed my mind. I went from maximalist to minimalist. And honestly, slowing down, simplifying, uncomplicating my life is the best thing I could have ever done for myself. In the past, I was depriving myself of really living life by prioritizing work so much that I didn't get to enjoy the absolutely amazing place that I live in. So much time spent in airplanes, airports, hotels, never being in one place for long. That way I totally forgot that I just love feeling the sand in between my toes. I forgot what the sound of the ocean is. I forgot how much I enjoy the place that I call home. I was depriving myself of spending quality time with my parents. I was depriving myself of spending quality time with my husband and my pups. And once I started simplifying my life, I started to no longer chase things to become happy. And I finally took a breath and stopped to look around me and see that I have so many things already that make me happy. I just needed to stop and then enjoy them. It's actually really simple. Just do the things you like to do. Find a few things in life that you really enjoy to do and then double down on those. If I were to ask you, what do you want out of life? What do you actually like to do? Do you have an answer for that? Not a whole lot of people know how to answer those questions. And the answer to those questions are very personal. I would answer them differently than you would answer them. And in that way, my simple life will look completely different from your simple life. Because for me, it doesn't mean sell all my worldly possessions and then start living in a van. That's not what a simple life means to me. A simple life also doesn't mean homesteading and living off-grid for me, but it might mean that for you. It could be a completely different vision of life, yet still simple for you than what my simple life would look like. To me, a simple life just means that you are taking stock of what is really essential to you and then live in a manner that is right for you without listening to what other people say, without having to adhere to some type of societal norm, and specifically don't listen to what social media is telling you. Just listen to your own intuition, what you think is right and what you think a simple life could look like. Now that I'm actually choosing to do the things that I really like to do, I feel more content, I feel more happy, dare I say more alive. And this is with a lot less money than when I had my complicated life. In my complicated life, I made a ton more money than I do now because then I had a job and now I don't, so there's that. But obviously I didn't do that willy-nilly. I did have a whole bunch of savings because I do recognize that whatever life you choose to live, it will require some type of income. Money is just not everything. I do recognize that you need it, but it's not everything because when I did have the money, I did not have the time to spend on meaningful things. If you're interested in simplifying your life but you don't know where to start, then I would say this is a good place to begin. Get a piece of paper and a pen and then take stock of what your life looks like now. Write down all the responsibilities that you have, the things you have to do on a daily basis, and which ones do you like, which ones do you not like to do. Write down a list of all the things that you own. And lastly, make sure you also write down the goals that you are chasing after. And then ask yourself, why am I doing these things? Why do I want certain things? Why am I chasing certain goals? To make myself happy, to keep my family safe and secure, or to just impress somebody? I think that a whole lot of people out there are not necessarily doing the things that they enjoy on a day-to-day basis. There's so many people that have lost sight of what is essential to them. And I think that by taking that very first step of doing a life audit and being critical about how you spend your time, that could be the very first step towards making changes for the better. I think that by simplifying your life, buying less stuff, decluttering, making more space, you will actually discover what is really important for you. Live your life for yourself and your loved ones and nobody else. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you're still here at this point in the video, then you are definitely my people, because there's only like 20% of people that make it to the end of these videos. So I do really appreciate you spending your valuable time with me, and I hope you subscribe so that we can hang out together soon. Be careful out there. Pet a furry friend if you have one, and I'll see you in the next video.